Now let's look at all the trigonometric function derivatives all together. And we'll start by stating all of the derivatives, and then I'll look at the last four, the secant, cosecant, tangent, cotangent derivatives a little more in depth so you can see where they come from. But really this video is to serve as the derivatives of all the trigonometric functions. So we'll call this trigonometric derivatives. So we have the derivative with respect to x of the sine of x function is cosine of x. And over here we have the derivative of the cosine function is the negative sine function. Okay. Now let's look at the other four. And I'm organizing this way on purpose. So if you're taking notes, you may want to organize in a similar fashion because I'll point out some patterns. So next we have, let's look at the secant function, secant of x. The derivative of the secant function is secant x times tangent x. And then over here, I will look at the co-version. So instead of secant, I'll look at cosecant. And I always have trouble writing cosecant for some reason, even after all these years. Cosecant of x is negative cosecant x cotangent x. Okay? So maybe you're starting to see a pattern. What I'm doing here is I'm organizing all of the co-functions in this column. The derivative of all three co-functions will be negative outputs, okay? The non-co-functions won't have negative outputs. Similarly, you'll start to see similarities between secant and cosecant. For example, secant is itself times the tangent function, while cosecant is itself times the cotangent function. So the co's kind of pair up here, and the non-co's kind of pair up here. All right, so next we have the tangent and the cotangent. So since tangent doesn't have a co on it, we'll put it in the first column. So the derivative of the tangent function is secant squared of x. So in other words, secant x times another secant x. And maybe you could guess what the derivative of the cotangent function is. You know it's negative, and in fact it's negative cosecant squared x. And so the tangent and the cotangent function output squares. The secant and the cosecant function output itself times one of the tangents. So secant outputs itself times the non-cotangent, right? Just the regular tangent. While cosecant outputs itself times the cotangent. All right, so you can pick up on the patterns. You can nail these down very quickly. You need to know those derivatives.